protect RG-6 coaxial cable, consider the Surge XSX RG6. This standalone transient voltage surge suppressor, or TVSS, offers a low 10 nanosecond response time. For Cat5e cabling, the Leviton 4910-280 surge protector provides protection. It features an Ethernet pass-through design. Another option is the Triplite isobasic surge protector with RJ45 Ethernet protection. This device provides surge protection for both alternating current, or AC, power and Ethernet connections. These devices will help you ensure the longevity and performance of your audio and data systems. It is crucial to protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage spikes and surges that can damage or destroy them. Transient voltage surge suppressors are designed to mitigate these risks by diverting excess voltage away from the protected equipment. When selecting a TVSS, there are several factors to consider. Firstly, the response time is a critical specification. A faster response time means the TVSS can react more quickly to a surge, providing better protection. Secondly, the surge current capacity, measured in amps, indicates how much surge current the device can handle without failing. A higher surge current capacity is generally better. Thirdly, the clamping voltage is the maximum voltage that the TVSS will allow to pass through to the protected equipment. A lower clamping voltage provides better protection. For coaxial cables, a TVSS should be specifically designed for use with radio grade 6 or RG-6 cables. These devices typically have connectors that allow the coaxial cable to be easily connected and disconnected. They also often have a ground connection that should be properly grounded to ensure effective surge suppression. For Cat5e cables, a TVSS should be designed for use with Ethernet cables. These devices typically have RJ45 connectors that allow the Ethernet cable to be easily connected and disconnected. Some Ethernet surge protectors also provide Power over Ethernet, or PoE, protection, which protects devices that receive power through the Ethernet cable. When installing transient voltage surge suppressors, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. The TVSS should be installed as close as possible to the equipment being protected. It is also important to ensure that the TVSS is properly grounded. A poor ground connection can reduce the effectiveness of the TVSS and may even damage the equipment. In addition to installing transient voltage surge suppressors, there are other steps that can be taken to protect electronic equipment from surges. Firstly, use a surge protective power strip for all electronic equipment. Secondly, unplug electronic equipment during thunderstorms. Thirdly, consider installing a whole house surge protector at the electrical service entrance. A whole house surge protector can provide additional protection against large surges that can enter the home through the electrical system. Here are some additional details about the specific products mentioned earlier. The Surge XSX RG6 is a high-quality transient voltage surge suppressor designed specifically for RG-6 coaxial cables. It features a low 10 nanosecond response time and a high surge current capacity. The Leviton 4910-280 is a surge protector designed for Cat5e cables. It features an Ethernet pass-through design, which allows the Ethernet cable to be easily connected and disconnected. The Triplite isobasic surge protector with RJ45 Ethernet protection provides surge protection for both AC power and Ethernet connections. It features a robust design and a high surge current capacity. When selecting a surge protector, it is important to choose a product that meets your specific needs. Consider the type of equipment you are protecting, the level of surge protection you need, and your budget. It is also important to read reviews and compare products before making a purchase. In addition to the specific products mentioned earlier, there are many other transient voltage surge suppressors available on the market. Some popular manufacturers of transient voltage surge suppressors include Eaton, Square D, and Siemens. When selecting a transient voltage surge suppressor, it is important to choose a product that is certified by a reputable testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories, or UL certification indicates that the product has been tested and meets safety standards. Here are some of the benefits of using transient voltage surge suppressors. Firstly, they can protect electronic equipment from damage caused by surges. Secondly, they can extend the life of electronic equipment. Thirdly, they can prevent data loss. Fourthly, they can reduce downtime. Transient voltage surge suppressors are an important part of any home or business electrical system. They can protect sensitive electronic equipment from damage caused by surges, which can save you money and time in the long run. When choosing a transient voltage surge suppressor, it is important to consider the following factors: 1. The type of equipment you are protecting. 2. The level of surge protection you need. 3. Your budget. 4. And the manufacturer's reputation. It is also important to read reviews and compare products before making a purchase. By taking these steps, you can choose a transient voltage surge suppressor that will provide reliable protection for your electronic equipment. It is important to understand how surges occur. Surges can be caused by a variety of factors, including lightning strikes, power outages, and electrical grid switching. Lightning strikes can generate extremely high voltage surges that can travel through electrical wiring and damage electronic equipment. Power outages can also cause surges when the power is restored. Electrical grid switching can also cause surges as the utility company switches between different power sources. Surges can damage electronic equipment by overloading the circuits and components. This can lead to component failure, data loss, and even fire. Transient voltage surge suppressors protect electronic equipment by diverting excess voltage away from the equipment. When a surge occurs, the TVSS activates and redirects the surge current to ground. This prevents the surge current from reaching the electronic equipment and causing damage. It is important to note that transient voltage surge suppressors are not a guarantee of protection. They can only protect against surges up to a certain level. If a surge is too large, it can still damage electronic equipment even if a TVSS is installed. However, TVSSs can significantly reduce the risk of damage from surges and are an important part of any surge protection strategy. In addition to using transient voltage surge suppressors, there are other steps that can be taken to protect electronic equipment from surges. Firstly, unplug electronic equipment during thunderstorms. Lightning strikes are a major cause of surges, so unplugging equipment during thunderstorms can significantly reduce the risk of damage. Secondly, use a surge-protected power strip for all electronic equipment. Surge-protected power strips provide an additional layer of protection against surges. Thirdly, consider installing a whole-house surge protector at the electrical service entrance. A whole-house surge protector can provide comprehensive protection against surges that enter the home through the electrical system. Another important factor to consider when choosing a transient voltage surge suppressor is the let-through voltage. The let-through voltage is the maximum voltage that the TVSS will allow to pass through to the protected equipment. A lower let-through voltage provides better protection. It is also important to consider the joule rating of the TVSS. The joule rating is a measure of the amount of energy that the TVSS can absorb before it fails. A higher joule rating indicates that the TVSS can handle larger surges. When installing a transient voltage surge suppressor, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. The TVSS should be installed as close as possible to the equipment being protected. It is also important to ensure that the TVSS is properly grounded. A poor ground connection can reduce the effectiveness of the TVSS and may even damage the equipment. Here are some additional tips for protecting electronic equipment from surges. Firstly, inspect transient voltage surge suppressors regularly and replace them if they are damaged or worn. Transient voltage surge suppressors have a limited lifespan and will eventually need to be replaced. Secondly, avoid overloading circuits. Overloading circuits can create surges. Thirdly, have a qualified electrician inspect your home's electrical system regularly. A qualified electrician can identify potential surge hazards and recommend solutions. In addition to protecting electronic equipment from surges, it is also important to protect data from loss due to surges. Data loss can occur when a surge damages a computer or storage device. To protect data from loss, back up your data regularly. You can back up your data to an external hard drive, a cloud storage service, or a combination of both. It is also important to use a surge-protected power strip for all computers and storage devices. Furthermore, consider using an uninterruptible power supply or UPS for critical equipment. A UPS provides battery backup power in the event of a power outage. This can protect data from loss due to power outages and surges. Transient voltage surge suppressors are an essential part of any surge protection strategy. By taking these steps, you can protect your electronic equipment and data from damage caused by surges. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician for specific recommendations on surge protection for your home or business. This audio narration is intended for informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice.